Do you think that having good friends, so true friends, could help somebody with addiction to overcome or to take that first step into recovery?
Definitely. My friend Chris always understood my alcoholism. He's always been supportive of it. Tony's been the same way, and so has Larry. Larry knew me when I was in a nut job in the Navy. We were in the Navy together. Tony knew me since I've been 17 years old. And he knew I was crazy. But he never turned his back on me and said, I'm not your friend because you're an alcoholic and you're getting in trouble all the time. He used to try to tell me something, man, Tommy, slow down, man. We're only here 15 minutes, you're on your 14th double already. Slow down, come on. But, he was never, I don't know if you ever heard of ostracized me because I was an alcoholic. Ostracized is what, like, they don't want nothing to do with you.
Oh,
You want you out of your life.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were very supportive,
Yeah.
my friends. It's good for you because at least before you even get into the room, like you say, we want to do everything on our own. But if you have just a little bit of support,
Yeah.
even family-wise too. But see, it's a very funny thing. The last place we use this program is with our family. And everybody thinks it's the first, it's the last.
Why?
Because that's where we cause the most damage. I think back now because when I'm going through with my daughters, the feelings that my mother and father must have had every night that I went out. As my father, my mother used to tell me, you don't understand how I feel. I'm so scared until you come home, you're going to come home dead. Blah, 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 blah. That feeling of panic, of, is he going to make it home tonight? My father told me, sooner or later you're going to get killed. Sooner or later it's going to happen to you. And how they felt. I had no clue of how they felt. Now I'm in a position where I'm a parent and going through with my kids that's drug addicts and stuff, and how that feeling is. That feeling of panic. And don't forget, it's manifested double with me, because I've already lost two. I already lost two children. The biggest fear I got in my life right now is to lose another one, because I don't know if I could take it forever. Until you lost a child, or lost somebody like that, and I've lost two. Do you know what that feeling of pain is? Has nothing to do with alcoholism. It's all the separate. And the worst pain about that, when you lose a child as a parent, is because it's against the norm. The norm is I'm supposed to bury my mother and my father. I'm not supposed to bury my kids. My kids are supposed to bury me. So it's against the cycle of life. And that pain that you got, because when you lose a child as a parent, you lose part of yourself. Part of your heart is gone forever and don't come back. And the hardest part about it is to dust yourself off and look at the hardest, coldest fact of reality is, and people don't want to look at it. No matter what happens, the sun comes up tomorrow and life still goes on.
How do you connect suffering with meaning?
The connection between suffering and meaning is, there's going to come a time in life where there is going to be some kind of suffering. Whether it's death, whether it's you get sick yourself, but then the meaning of it is where you got to look at it and say, why me? And then you also got to look at the other side of the meaning, why not me? I'm a human being, it can happen to me. That's how I look at suffering and meaning.
And would you say also learning from suffering, lessons we've learned?
Well, let me tell you one thing. What is one of the greatest motivators in the world is pain. We learn through pain sometimes. We have to experience the pain to learn sometimes. And a lot of it's hard because in the program they tell you when you're a newcomer, learn to listen and listen to learn.
Yes, pay attention.
Yeah, because you don't know it all. And the thing with the suffering, if pain is a great motivator, sometimes you have to experience the pain to understand the road that you got to follow.
Right. to come to live a more meaningful life.
To come to terms with what's going on. And let's face it, pain is a great motivator. Some people don't ever change until they experience the pain.
Right. So would you say that most of us need some kind of suffering in order to learn like meaningful lessons in life?
Well, yeah, to a limit, but you know, you don't have to. It's like I tell some people in the program, you don't have to experience everything you heard up in front of the rooms. But if you continue to drink, you'll have to be doomed to to experience all those things, and if you don't stop. So you can get off the elevator any way you want. So you don't have to keep saying, I got to keep spending, I have to get to the point where the pain is so critical that I can't stand. I might as well put a gun in my mouth and blow my brain. No, you don't have to get there. And that's why the program is designed. In other words, you have to look at the program with the 12 steps. The 12 steps, it carries you up there. You got to say, the elevator broken and the escalator's out of order. You have to use the steps.
I never heard of that before.
And when you use the steps, what is it? It's a physical thing that you got to do yourself. You got to climb up the steps.
One by one.
One by one. Right. You want to get to the second floor? Use the steps.
What are 3 things about life you know for sure?
The sun comes up tomorrow and life still goes on. Eventually, I'm going to die. And to love thyself and to have found another person that you love that much is one of the biggest gifts in life that you can have.
Loving yourself.
And finding somebody that you love unconditionally is one of the biggest gifts you can find in life.